What's up, MPI Nation? This is the final college football playoff reveal show. But before I get into it, man, I want to thank y'all for 5 great seasons. We've been running this league since the top of December, and it's June, and it's finally coming to an end. So I appreciate y'all getting it in. Everybody that's won in this league, shout out to you guys. Everybody that's been competitive the whole 5 seasons, I appreciate everybody that played in the league. I want to make sure to get that clear. For you that want to return, for the people that's watching that's not in the league, I will probably be back in the fall sometime. I have obligations I got to fulfill, but I will bring the league back probably towards the second half of college football season for college 26. But this is the last one for college football 25 for my league. Hey, fellas that's in the league, I appreciate y'all guys. Y'all did excellent. And we got my boy Buddy checking in. What's up, Buddy? Okay, so here's the bracket. So first thing first, before I get into it, the bracket, as you see, has done a lot of switching around. So congratulations to Kentucky, Georgia Tech, West Virginia, Utah, and Indiana. They all won the conferences. So they're going to be in the college football playoffs. You see, some of this bracket has changed around since the games have been played. Entering this week, these were the bye weeks entering the week at the times. But just to kind of give you an idea, I think this is going to be the 12. I just think the seeding will be different once we push to the last week. Kentucky's going to be the number 1 seed because they're the last undefeated team remaining in the bracket. West Virginia, as you see there, looking like they're going to be number 2 in the bracket. We got my boy, what's up, Adrian? He said 4 for 60. We gonna talk about it. Hey, man, I'd have been hot too. I ain't even gonna lie. That was crazy. But the 2 seeds going to be West Virginia. They're going to get a bye week and get ready to, I think they're going to be going to look like they're going to be projected to be at the Sugar Bowl. Kentucky's going to be hosting the Rose Bowl. Georgia Tech's going to be hosting the Orange Bowl in Miami, and like Utah's going to be hosting the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. We got Tam checking in saying that GT boys back in the playoffs. Yes, sir. So a lot of these teams were in one way or another because a lot of them came in undefeated or with 1 loss. So a loss wouldn't hurt them as bad. But again, like I said, where the real intrigue comes into play is the bottom half of the bracket. So as you see, Boise will fall into the 6th spot. They say will host a playoff game. So will TCU. Cal's likely going to host a playoff game. We're not sure what the committee is going to do about Louisville. Louisville is going to not win. Is going to have 2 losses. So do they hold on to that 8th spot? I'm going to say no. I think they're going to end up going on the road at a point. SMU's currently projected to be number 9, but I think that's going to change because they're going to be one of the better at-large teams in the bracket. But then when you get to the last 3 teams, so Indiana's going to be the 12th seed because they won the conference. They had 3 losses, so they're going to be in their conference as an automatic qualifier. So they're going to be in, but it's going to be at number 12. But speaking of, he said, how about them Hoosiers back at the top of the SEC where they belong? Congratulations. Good luck in the postseason. You're probably going to be projected to play TCU when we advance. But again, you got Boston College who came in with only 2 losses. They lost their conference title game. I think they're still going to be in the playoffs and they're going to go on the road. Virginia Tech right now is sitting at 10-2. They're right now one of the 2 at-large teams that their bracket is, that they don't really have a lot of things that's keeping them out. But we're gonna go to the top 25 just to kind of give you an idea of what's to happen here. We're gonna go down. We're gonna start at around number 18. Let me get it to the screen first before again, this is gonna be. We're gonna find out a lot in a minute. But Indiana won, so they're gonna automatically jump into 12. So ignore their 18th ranking. They're in the playoffs. Virginia Tech is 11. But see, here's the thing about that. Had SMU won the SEC, Cincinnati would have held on as the last at-large team to make the college football playoffs. But because they didn't, Indiana's in and they're out. Unless the committee go another way. I had to set the loss for Colorado State because Colorado State would have made the playoffs because they're number 13. So I had to cancel them out. But also, right now, I think the last 3 projected teams that are in position to make the playoffs that's not of the teams that are in the top 11 that either went to a conference title game or won the conference would be between Virginia Tech, Cincinnati, and Syracuse. I think Virginia Tech's going to hold on to that last at-large spot because everything else above it is already clinched. So that's what's going to happen momentarily. But we'll see. We will see because, like I said, I'm going to bring up Boston College record onto the stream before I continue. They have 3 losses, but I don't think it's going to hurt them because they lost the conference. I think they're still going to be in as a lower seed. But, again, it comes down to what the committee says. Because do they take a 3-loss conference loser, which I think they will, or do they go and say we're going to put a Cincinnati or a Syracuse in at the second spot, the final spot of the college football playoffs? Because everything ahead of it is clinched. But then Louisville's going to have a loss on their schedule too. So we'll see what's about to happen. But that's your breakdown. In the event any crazy movement happen, that's where it's going to happen at. But as far as everybody else, they're still in. So win or loss, they were in a good spot regardless. But let's get to the college football playoff bracket. Let's go ahead and advance this thing and officially find out who's in the 12. Got one more advance to make. It don't show on the screen, but I got one more advance to make. Okay, so here we go. And we're going to start off by finding out the Heisman Trophy winner, which is going to go to Cal quarterback Darrell Mason Jr. This is the sophomore from Cal. Congratulations to the Heisman Trophy winner. And we don't really care about my bracket, my Citrus Bowl. It's just going to come up on the screen because that's not what matters at this point. Let's get to the college football playoff bracket. And here we go. I'm going to let the screen come up. I think we've just seen one of the matchups pop up on the screen, but we're going to wait until we get. Okay, here we go. The official college football playoff bracket is. And here we go. With the number 1 seed, the Kentucky Wildcats have a bye week. The number 2 seed, West Virginia Mountaineers, also have a bye week. Number 3, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, with a bye week, will be playing at the Rose Bowl. Number 4, the Utah Utes have a bye week. Now that's the bye weeks. Now, the first round matchups, TCU is hosting the SEC champion Indiana at home. The second matchup, this is a crazy first round matchup. You got the Cal Golden Bears hosting the Boston College Eagles, So the winner of that matchup is going to go play Georgia Tech in the Rose Bowl. The second matchup, you got Boise State hosting Virginia Tech at home. So this is going to be a good matchup. In the last matchup, you got Louisville hosting SMU. So again, yes, sir, them first round matchups are absolutely insane. And yeah, that's a crazy draw. Tell me to be locked in for that quarterfinals because Cal or Boston College, those are 2 very tough opponents out the gate. But looking at this bracket, it's that bottom half of the bracket where the craziness could happen. Because that first round matchup between Boston College and Virginia Tech is gonna, and Cal is gonna be crazy. And KD Bailey said, "Oh, yeah, the smoke has already started for the playoffs." So again, West Virginia is going to either play the winner of Boise State and Virginia Tech. Again, like we said, a lot of these teams were already in. Kentucky's going to either host SMU or Louisville. We got a boy Anthony checking in saying he's not mad at this draw. This is going to be a very intriguing draw. I definitely can tell you that. It's some good first round matchups that are here to be seen, man. We're going to get to the official last top 25. So as you saw, we're going to look at the official ranking. Kentucky is number 1, West Virginia number 2, Tech number 3. TCU finished with the number 4 ranking. Number 5 was Cal, number 6 Boise State, number 7. I'm looking at the actual rankings. That's what I'm talking about right now. Utah, number 8 Louisville, number 9 SMU, number 10 Virginia Tech, number 11 Boston College. Now, as we mentioned, Indiana won the SEC. That put them in the last spot. We're going to find out who did they jump that would have probably been an at-large team had Indiana not won the conference. Let's go find out. So as we see, as you see, this is the official group. So let's get past Boston College, and this is where it happened. Indiana kicked. So the first 2 teams out is Cincinnati and Texas Tech. As you see, the committee, they had nothing really in their favor. They had 2 losses, but again, this is going to be a wild one. Tev, that game's going to be at the Rose Bowl. You have a bye week, so it's going to be neutral site. So good luck at the Rose Bowl. But yeah, so we got Cincinnati and Tech. Those were the first two teams out of the college football playoffs. Unfortunately, yeah, if you'd have played in the first round, you definitely would have had that home field advantage. But nah, you are on neutral site. Katie said Rose. He said he did. But yeah, it's a neutral site game. All the games after the first round is neutral site. But yes, Texas Tech and Cincinnati were the first 2 teams out of the playoffs, with Cuse as the 3rd team out. Indiana, of course, won the SEC, so it doesn't matter where their rank on the rankings are. They are that last seed. So that's how it determined itself. But we're going to also go to the award winners. Keandre, what's up? Checking in, saying he ain't been there so long he forgot the format. Hey man, I was gonna let him live with that one, man. I was gonna let him live, man. We just gonna leave it alone. But player of the year went to Darrell Mason Jr., the sophomore from Cal. Congratulations. Head coach of the year is gonna be Dre Day, the defending national champion head coach, won coach of the year. They went undefeated. Best quarterback. He said, "Nah, fans been alone to see." Yeah, it did. See, Rails won that conference so much. Like I can understand because you had to host a lot of first round games. Best quarterback is Darrell Mason Jr. He been going crazy, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Best defensive player. I want to say this is the Heisman Trophy winner from last year when he come on the screen. No, he's a freshman. David Long Jr. won best defensive player. I don't know what his stat line was, but he definitely did. Best defensive back. Let's go up on the screen. Nah, unfortunately, we was in a position where Louisville only had one actual loss because they didn't really play nobody. So it sucks. Their last 2 losses was against Kentucky, so I knew they were going to keep us out. It just said to load up. Best defensive back goes to Nehemiah Chandler, the senior from Georgia Tech. Best running back, we're going to bring him up on the screen. He said that boy Chandler Dog is going to be Sammy Bautman, the running back from West Virginia. Let's go see who won the Best Receiver Award. Best Receiver went to Deshaun Jackson from Cal. Let's go to the Lombardi Award. Winner of the Lombardi Award is Russ Ratate, a senior from Kentucky. Let's see who won the United's Golden Arm Award. That goes to Deshaun Vick, the senior quarterback from West Virginia. Let's see who won the Best Defensive End. That will also be Russ Ratate, the senior from Kentucky. Let's go to the Best Center. It is Grant Ellinger from Virginia, but the highest rated user was Imani Hunter, this junior from Boston College. Let's go to the Best Tight End. You got Tremont Thomas, the junior from West Virginia, as the highest rated tight end. The Broyles Award is going to be Assistant Coach of the Year. It's going to go to Oscar Carter, the offensive coordinator from Kentucky. I am shocked he has not left. He's going to take another job. So, but who knows? He probably could take another job down the road. Let's go to Best Linebacker. Best linebacker will be David Long Jr., the linebacker from West Virginia. Best center is gonna be the same. Gonna be the same race, so I'm just gonna show it. Same, basically the same thing. The Lou Grossa Award. It's not the. I can tell you right now it's gonna be based on the highest rated user. That will go to Matt Bloom, the kicker from West Virginia. Best punter, ain't nobody even close. Hey man, look, y'all been winning like crazy over there. You know they're gonna come get your staff, bro. And last but not least, best returner in the league, it's gonna be Angel Jennings, the sophomore from Boise State. So these are the awards. Congratulations to the award winners. But I'm going to run over that bracket one. I want to run that bracket back one more time because, boy, we got some matchups. Just one more rundown of what the bracket is before I get off of here. I know we're all watching the NBA Finals right now. If you're not watching the finals, you're watching the stream. Indiana is leading in the second quarter. But once again, this is your official college football playoff bracket. I'm intrigued to see all these matchups, especially Boston College at Cal. That's the one I'm really looking forward to seeing. These two met up in the in the quarterfinals. No, they met up in it was the quarterfinals. They met up in the quarterfinals last year. Also, Cal's been in the national championship game. These two have actually faced off in season 2's national championship game. So, you know, it's going to be a crazy matchup. Also, shout out to Buddy Buckets and the Boise State Broncos. They've been in a tough conference their whole 5 seasons. They finally broke through and made the college football playoffs. Virginia Tech has been one of, if not one of the best recruiters. They've built a squad over there at Virginia Tech. And they're getting a chance to finally get a crack at the postseason. Louisville, who won season 3's national championship, if he's gonna play, this SMU Louisville game should be a good one. If he's gonna play, if he's not, then SMU will be headed to New Orleans to play Kentucky. We're not even gonna waste our time with that. And also TCU against Indiana, that's gonna be an intriguing matchup. And like I said, I'm very intrigued at this bracket. I don't really have a favorite in this bracket because I feel like, especially once we get past this first round, I think it's up for grabs for anyone. So I don't have a prediction for who's going to go or win the national title. I know that we do have 3 of the last 4 champs in the bracket right now. That's Louisville, Kentucky, and Boston College. So 3 of the teams are in to the bracket. 2 of the finalists, well, actually 3 of the finalists, West Virginia, Georgia Tech, and Cal, all made a national championship. So this is going to be a very competitive bracket. So good luck to all the teams. And like I said, one last time, I will definitely be calling probably both semifinals of the national championship game. But I appreciate y'all for giving us 5 great seasons of this league. And good luck to whoever wins the league. So best of luck. And and me and my boy Buddy, we still got things that we got to take care of as far as rewarding you guys that won natties and made national championship games. So don't worry, that will still be dealt with when the time is to be dealt with. I know we did the first season, I believe. We got to do seasons 2 through 5. So no worries on that. You guys will be definitely taken care of. But with that being said, this has been the reveal show. I'm about to mention all the games in the chat. Good luck to everybody that's remaining. And for the ones that didn't make the playoffs, that was in the league, thank you for your 5 great seasons of the league. I hope you're back. For all the former users that took a break to get ready for 26, thank y'all too. I appreciate it. This was a fun 5 seasons. So good luck, y'all.